much. I Don't Even Care About You. Was that the first song written for Loner?
No, I think Middle Fingers was actually the first
Really?
one. Yeah.
No. Because we had the original version.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Dang.
We had an older version of that we
That's
released on a previous EP, and then we went back into the studio and kind of beefed it up a little bit.
Where did the song? What was the impetus for I Don't Even Care About You?
I was at a pretty dark stage in my life, and I had switched over, I think I had switched over from Logic to Pro Tools, and so it was kind of one of the first songs that I had, was kind of like learning how to do everything. And to me, I think some of the best songs or best ideas come from learning how to do something. So there was a lot of experimentation that happened making that song, and it just evolved.
Yeah,
It's
I attribute
amazing.
I attribute a lot of our sound, actually. I think every band in the early stages, they're just songwriters, but ultimately a band, you have to kind of find your sound. I feel like that was one of the songs that we just stumbled and lucked into a sound that I think that's when we found ourselves, because we sat in the studio forever trying to figure out how to make that work. And first song we ever started using 808s on, first song we ever got like mixed this like gritty with electronic sound, which I think that was kind of the launching off point for writing the Loner record, was when we wrote that song, and it resonated with people, and it was kind of a new sound. So
Are you guys big gamers?
no.
How did you get in the gaming app business?
That's another cool story. We were literally just sitting around a table, and our manager Bruce.
No. Our manager Bruce called us. I remember specifically because I was hopping into the shower and I was naked, and he's telling me this.
Take us there, man.
Yeah.
Take us. What was
Give us
going
the
on?
whole story.
He's telling me this idea. His idea was he wanted it to be a music video, like a 2-dimensional Mario type video, and it just led into, let's just make a game.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, one of my buddies from high school kind of makes games, and so it was like super DIY. I mean, we just called him up. We went back and forth on the concept. My buddy came up with a pretty dope concept that we liked, and we just went with it.
It's really cool. You can get it in Google Play or your App Store. Everybody Gets High. And then I've heard when you win it or whatever, you can get the acoustic version of that song, and then also concert tickets.
Oh, there's some secret little Easter eggs in there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know because my top score was 30, which I don't think is good.
I'll tell you this: to get the free concert ticket, like I know where it's at, and I
tell
can't
us.
get it.
I've never
can't get
found it, but people have gotten it. So
Yeah.
Somebody somewhere got it.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep trying. I'd like to get to some questions from your fans. Specifically, Aaron, who runs at Missio _fans, wants to know, when will Everybody Gets High become a single, because everyone is asking. And I'd also like to know, are we going to get a video soon?
We have. Yeah, that's a tough question. That's one that we have for ourselves, actually. But yeah, I mean, I think eventually we've concepted some ideas out for that. So hopefully, I can't say any definite answer, but yes.
Yeah,
Not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
No, the amazing
Sorry,
thing
Aaron.
about that song in particular is a lot of the times when you're pushing a quote-unquote single, you have to put a lot of backbone into promo and all these things to make this single move forward, radio stations and plays and all that stuff. But Everybody Gets High has gone kind of viral on its own with no promotion whatsoever. So
The audio
Yeah.
with the picture, the artwork from the album is on YouTube for 5 months now and has 13 million views.
Yeah.
Just the audio.
Yeah. So I don't know. When we wrote that song, we listened to it in the studio, I swear to God, 100 times, because we were just like, this is
It's so
the
dope.
song.
Yeah.
This is the song.
We
So
listened to it so
awesome.
much, I got really self-conscious about it, because after we left the studio, I was still listening to it on my little JBL speaker. I was like, I hope Matthew doesn't hear me listening to this, because this is probably like the 150th time I've listened to
He's
it in a
going to
row.
think I'm this egotistical
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
God, I'm good.
I like it, so I'm gonna keep listening to it.
You should. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. So I love when songs take shape and do their own thing.
It's amazing. We're going to hear that tonight at Lincoln Hall.
You will.
Awesome.
Yep.
With the full set with drummer.
Yep, you will.
Nice. June Peachy Plum wants to know, what's your favorite book and what book are you currently reading?
Oh, great question, because I'm obsessed with one right now. I literally can't not stop thinking about Ready Player One. I've been reading it on the
Player One?
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
Yeah, it's like a video game type book, but which I'm not really into video games. Someone's
You're
like,
gonna
"Hey,
be."
you should totally read this book." I was like, "All right." We travel for hours a day on the road, but yeah, that's one I'm reading right now. Can't wait to pick it up again.
Well, we'll try to wrap this up so you can get back to
Yeah.
it. Matthew, do you have a favorite?
I'm currently reading. Well, I just finished reading Brian Headwelch from Korn. He has an autobiography that was really, really, really good. And I think my favorite book is kind of embarrassing, but I think it's an incredible book. It's called Redeeming Love, and it's like this girl romance book. But it's
Also his favorite genre movie.
Yeah, I love them. It's an incredibly well written book that talks about depravity in people, and I think it's just stunning.
Is Fabio on the cover?
Hell no.
I didn't know if it was the kind that my grandma reads or whatever. Would you guys ever consider writing a book?
I've thought about it many times. Yeah.
I feel like you have lots of stories to share.
Yeah. Yeah.
On that note, whether Ginger would like me to kindly ask you to write a love song. They just played I Don't Even Care About You. It's like the most beautiful, touching love song.
Yeah.
Safe Haven Jess says that they as fans always talk about the impact of your music on them and how meaningful it is. What's the biggest impact the fans have had on you?
I'm blown away at literally there's multiple Twitter groups set up as you've seen, but there's like a DMing group chat of like 250 Missio fans, and it starts at 6 a.m. in the morning and it goes all night, like all day, all night, and they're just talking about recovery stuff. They're helping each other out. They're talking about their day. They're talking about Missio stuff, other bands, and it's so cool for me to see people who literally have never met. There's a few of them that have met each other now, but never met each other, and to seeing this community group hop up because of a few of the leaders that started it. It blows my mind, the power of music and the power of connection through artists, and so they've really inspired me a lot to. I mean, it wasn't me who started it. Like it was literally it was them. So,
but your band was the inspiration for it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just a testament to how amazing you guys are.
Yeah, I love our fans so much.
Everybody wants to know how Buffalo is, the dog.
Oh, that's my dog.
Aw.
She's pretty much the rock star of the group,
Totally.
for sure. She acts like
She
it
couldn't
is,
make it
yeah.
today.
Yeah, I've kind of laid off because Matthew's gotten so over it, but I used to ask him almost daily, "Hey, do you miss Buffalo today? Because look, she misses you," and I'll show him a picture or something. And he's like, "No, honestly, I haven't thought about it one time." I was like, "Oh, okay."
He's just playing hard again.
Yeah, I know.
Have you actually blown the sub on a kick drum yet?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah?
I have blown our studio subs before. That's really hard to do. Actually, I've never heard of anybody doing that. But yeah,
And it sucks when it's your own
Oh no!
sub.
One time in LA, we blew the subs in the whole room, dude.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Like they just went out. I was kind of
Twice.
like, I smiled. I was like, "Oh man, that sucks, but it's pretty awesome."
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Finally, Holly D525 wants to know how it affects you when you enter a store or restaurant and hear your music.
Well, I can give you a specific example. When we were in Portland this tour, I walked into a cupcake shop, and they were playing us, which was an odd pairing, I thought, but inspired me to buy a cupcake. And I also bought one for my wife, so
Aw.
that's what we did. It makes me want to purchase things.
No.
I haven't firsthand experienced it, but my buddy texted me the other day that we have a mall in Austin called The Domain, and he said that he was in some store and heard it, and I don't know why it was that time, but I was just like, that's when you're being played in a mall, I feel like you're getting close to making it.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's the pinnacle of success.
Yeah, I
right
was
there,
pretty
yeah.
stoked about that.
Next step is performing at the mall.
Yeah.
So maybe
Dude,
we
right
can
in
get that.
front of that water
I'm gonna
fountain where you
pass
throw
on
the
that one.
change in, like, you know, people
Somebody
like,
get a call into the
Yeah.
domain.
Yeah.